The time is 10:57. The date is Saturday, 31 July, and the Concord plane. We are talking about the Concord today. So the Concord plane was made in January 21, 1976. The Concord from New York to Paris would take about 3 hours and 30 minutes. That's about 3.5 hours of flight time, and it was a very fast airplane, and it was a very fast airliner. It was in service in March 2, 1969, and from New York to London it would take about 2 hours 52 minutes and 5 seconds to make that flight. And now we know that Concord was a very fast airliner, and then the airliners loved that. The airliner loved the plane. British Airways and Air France were operating flights New York, Paris, and London Heathrow, and when they first made it in service, people loved the plane because the plane seats were comfortable, the plane seats were relaxing, the plane cabin was luxurious. It would fit 109 people, 100 passengers, 9 crew, and it was very luxurious plane with a luxurious cockpit and a luxurious cabin. It was very good, very good plane, and the Concorde was a delta shape, so it means it would go to supersonic speeds, like that, like a sonic boom, and it got retired on October 24 to 2003 because it had efficiency problems, fuel efficiency. It was not fuel efficient, and the safety was also the problem. So what caused the crash? So there was a metal piece on the runway left by the DC-10. And when the plane took off from New York's John F. Kennedy Airport with 109 people on board, the plane crashed because the metal piece collided with the tire, and the tire bursted and got stuck inside the engines. So the Concorde engines were smaller than the jetliner engines that you have these days, and it was a delta-shaped Concorde, and it had very small windows. It was a very comfortable plane though, and it got retired. So airliners didn't want to retire the plane. They didn't want it to accept the fate of the plane. But after the crash of the plane and passengers stopped to travel on that plane, they didn't want to travel on that plane anymore. So the prices were low, and they didn't want to retire the plane because they loved the plane. Comfortable. It was very comfortable, and they didn't want to retire the poor Concorde, but they didn't have any choice to do, so they retired the Concorde. And now you can see Concorde. There were 20 Concorde built, 20 of them. One crashed, and 19 of them are in the museum. Okay, so when a Concorde lands in the airport, you will see it very lazy because only 20 of those were built, and very horrible of the plane that it just retired after going into service and being built. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and this one was a detailed explanation of what happened to the Concorde, and